Good evening. 2 weeks in a row. Maybe that's what I need to do to sit back. Hi, this is Margie Donaldson, and we are live with Midweek Moments with your mentor on September 26th. And I'm sorry I was needed to schedule this week, but Cindy DeNova, our upline, had her talk earlier, and I didn't want to conflict with hers in case hers ran over. So we are here an hour later. So hello, Sherry. How are you? And we have Michelle Schaefer on. Yay, 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 yay. All right. So today is September 26th. We are in campaign 21. Let me find the book. The book is on my desk. Campaign 21. So does anybody have any great news stories about the book yet? The campaign opened last week. Hi, Karina. Congratulations, Karina, on getting your new recruit. Yay. And Michelle, I know that you had one yesterday, I think it was. Yay. And Sherry, the honorary member, feel free to pipe in with a comment if you had a new recruit. All right, so campaign 21 started on September 19th and it wraps up on October 2nd. So that is, today is the 26th, so the 2nd is next Tuesday. I will let you know that so far we only have 24% of the team has placed their orders. Yay, Michelle says that yes, she did. So only 24% have placed their orders so far, and that's okay. I mean, we do have until October 2nd, but I want to strongly encourage you to place your orders earlier in the campaign because things do sell out. And hi, Cecilia. Things do sell out, and the A box on the back cover this time is an unbelievable bargain. Unbelievable bargain. And this is why. They have to qualify with a $40 purchase. Okay, and then they get the A box for $10. The A box value this time is $51. And what they get with it is a full-size retinol targeted treatment. So right there, that in itself, I think if it's on sale, it's $20. But that is just an unbelievable bargain. So, and then they also get the platinum nighttime, night travel cream, as well as the power serum. And remember, when you sell the boxes that include the power serum, follow back up with your customers, see how they like the power serum, and then encourage them to buy that with their next order. And then that can help them qualify for the next A box, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm missing comments here. Shauna is on here. Hello, Shauna. How are you? Cecilia says she put in an order yesterday. Good, because we're in campaign 21. We're getting closer and closer and closer to the holidays. And as that happens, things are going to sell out. It happens every single year. This will be my 19th Christmas with Avon, believe it or not. And things sell out. We have no idea what's going to be the hot products, what's not going to be the hot products. There are some things that you see in the outlet magazines for months after Christmas, but then there's some things that they practically don't even make it to the book kind of thing, and they're sold out. So place your orders early, and remember that we have the Los Angeles Sales Center if you are not able to fill it on the regular youravon.com. And Michelle says one of my online customers is very excited about the A box coming in her order. Yeah, what's not to love, right? So anyway, I've seen a lot of my online customers, they're just throwing that into their cart. Hi, Gwen, how are you? I think 6 o'clock is working well. We're really getting a good crowd here, so I'm happy to hear that. All right, so campaign 21. The Aspira Kids vitamins are here, and I would love to hear from any of the moms, the grandmoms out there, if your kids or grandkids are using them and what kind of reaction they get to them, if they like them, I think they taste good and it's a good bargain. So sell the heck out of those. And then grab a book and find like your 3 favorite products. Obviously, it's going to be the front cover because with any $25 Aspera purchase, they get the natural energy for free. And if you haven't tried the natural energy yet, you need to do that. So there's that. There's always the back cover. And then just pick anything in between. So for instance, lipsticks on sale for 2 for $10. Talk to your customers about getting some new lipsticks. I've had a lot of customers this time. Yeah, Cecilia says that her kids love the vitamins. I've had a lot of customers this time buying not just 2 lipsticks, 2 for $10, but 4 lipsticks. So that really helps build their order. So, and remember that if you want to have certain earnings every month or every campaign, you really need to drill down with your math and see what is the minimum sales that I want to make per day so that at the end of my campaign, I have those. And if you need help with the math, I put it into, hi Nina, I put the math into the newsletter each time, but I'm more than happy to sit there and help you out with that math as well. Okay, so we've talked about campaign 21. And so let's talk about, well, we talked about campaign 23 last time and what you're going to order in your demos. The first Christmas cover of the year. So, start getting your customers excited. And here again is a great A box for them to look at. And that one includes the Hydrofusion gel cream in the travel size and an A box exclusive snowy shimmer pin. So very pretty, very pretty. So when you're building your order, also think about, okay, what am I going to demo for 21 or from 23 to show my customers? Okay. I did something today that I'm not sure if I'm going to regret in the morning or not, but I finally made the switch over to Avon 2.0. So when I wake up tomorrow morning, I might be lost. So if anybody has any pointers, they can throw them my way. But we're all going to have to convert anyway because the Pasadena branch closes on October 3rd. At the very beginning of campaign 22, no more Pasadena. So everything's going to be 2.0. So really, we only have less than a week here. Let's see. Michelle says, I have so many demos I want in 23. Yes. Shauna says, I was a bit confused about the best way to order supplies in the new 2.0. Is it better to order supplies on the LA order or was that products? I just went to 2.0 a few days ago. Well, Shauna, we're going to have to figure that out together. Unless anybody else has any suggestions that, because I know some of you flipped. Michelle says, I am pretty good about 2.0. Good. And I think that the samples are on there, but I'm not sure what you mean by the best way to order the supplies. So we'll have to talk about that. Okay, so 2.0. Make sure that you go to the Avon U training and take that so you know what the heck you're going to be doing with it. I did take it already. I might be retaking it tonight, just so that in the morning I'm not freaked out. But I just placed my order Monday night. My cart is empty, and it's the best time to do it because if there's anything in your cart, it has the great potential that it will get lost. So make sure that if you do have anything in your cart, you write it down first, so then you can enter it again. Michelle says, everything is there. Private message me if you can't find something. So Shauna and Michelle, you guys can private message with each other because you're teammates. So yeah, I mean, if one of you feels really confident about a topic and you see it, any comment whatsoever here, in our Wednesday afternoon chats or on the group, or even on Cindy's group, Avon Team Support, feel free to chime in. You know, if you don't know what the answer is, you're not sure, then don't go there. But if you're like, yep, I got this one, I can answer that, then go ahead and do that. All right. So yesterday in our small group training, we went over outreach. And outreach is something that you could call it, let's see, you could call it outreach, you could call it prospecting, you can call it connections, or you can call it recruiting. I hate the term, I'm going to go out recruiting today. You know, I would just rather go out and just meet people. I would rather go out and, you know, outreach. I would rather go out and make connections. But I really, I've been doing this for so long, and I had so many district managers that would say, let's go recruiting. And I'm like, great. But if they say, let's go visit people, yeah, it sounds better in my head. All right, so Gwen says, I've noticed that products are out of stock on your Avon at the LA Express sales. They are in stock. Yes, so that is why if you see that things are sold out on the youravon.com, feel free to use the LA Sales Center. I don't know where where the supply chain is there, anything like that. So far, I've not heard that that's going to change at all once we change over to Zanesville. So in the meantime, certainly go ahead and use the LA Sales Center to fill your orders, especially when we head into the holidays and things are going to be selling out left and right. Like right now, the Autumn Romance Light Up Pumpkin, that's sold out just like that. Now, I didn't call the LA Sales Center. I think Sherry might have said that she called the other day and they didn't have it either, but it's just an example. So let's see. Shauna says the fastest way to get brochures, etc. I'll miss getting things in 3 days. Yes, we are definitely going to miss getting things in 3 days, but we don't have any control over it. It's a matter of just reshuffling. From what I'm finding, because I've been preparing for this. Hang on a second. Robocalls from the election. Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, so I'm finding that it's just a way, it's a matter of going to be rearranging our calendars. Like maybe something that you did once your order came in, maybe you can do it prior to, we'll all have to figure it out kind of thing. I'm also kind of thinking of running like, almost like a campaign for a certain group of people and a campaign for another group of people. And so kind of like this, I don't know. It's just really going to be like a hit or miss, trial and error. That's the word I want, until we get adjusted. So just, we're all in the same boat, put it that way. Michelle says 2.0 products, sales, and business tools. Okay, so that's the link for how to find the samples. Yay. And can someone share how to contact the LA Sales Center? Yes, it is in the newsletter that I send out every 2 weeks. It's down pretty far, but the phone number is in there. You can also email them and fax them. Email, call it in, email, call it. Yeah, I think that's about it. But anyway, I have the form, and each time that you order through them, you'll get a new form. So just hang on to those as your master copy. So the next time you have it to send in. Karina says, yes, please, can somebody share the LA Center? Yep. And Gwen says, my last order was delivered in 3 days. I was surprised. Well, have you flipped over to 2.0? That's the big question. I could look it up, but I'm not going to right now. Let me give you the phone number for the LA Sales Center. I always have to look it up for some reason. You would think I would have it memorized by now. LA Sales Center. Okay, it is 888 286 6327. That's their toll-free number. And my notes say that they're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 6. And 10 to 6 would be Arizona time. I don't think it's California time, but it might be California time, and then I just have to adjust when they change. Michelle, did you include LA Center form in the email? I don't think I put the form in the email. And Gwen says this. So you switched to 2.0, but your order came from Zanesville in 3 days? That is very surprising. Very surprising. I mean, it's like celebration time, but I wonder if you're kind of on a cusp of, because you're in Arizona yet. I don't know why you got in 3 days, but yay, we're not complaining. So, so outreach. When you are out and about, going to the doctor, going to daycare, going to the bank, going shopping, anywhere that you go. And this is really, kind of from the memory jogger and how to write up your list 4x4, 5x5 kind of thing. Anytime that you're going out, make sure that you have your brochures with you, stuffed in your purse, with a recruiting flyer thrown in. Never, never, never pass out a book without your recruiting flyer or on the back saying to buy or sell. Because you got to listen to Cindy DeNova's story about that. She could have had an upline, but the person that dropped a book off at her house, and then she was looking through it, and then she got interested, and she's like, yeah, I want to do this. She didn't know that she was supposed to call that person to sign up. She just called Avon directly. And look at Cindy's team now, over 2,000 strong. That lady that didn't write to buy or sell really missed the boat. So always, always, always have that on the back. And it says, if you call an order to the LA Center, do they charge you for making an order through them? No, there is no charge to make an order through them other than shipping. There is separate shipping for that. But yeah, and calling them it's somewhat of a confusing system. So you call them, you talk to a person, they take your order down, then they go to the warehouse. Hi, Carla. Hi, Yvonne. Then they go to the warehouse and they pull the items to make sure that they have it. And then they call you back. So you want to make sure that you either tell them, just send whatever you have, or please call me first so I can make the decision, kind of thing. So, so they call you back, and that can take a few hours. So don't expect them to call immediately, but they do call you, and then it's like, boom, it's fast shipping once that gets all in motion. All right, thank you, Michelle, for putting that number in the notes. It's hard to type and talk and read all at the same time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, oh, I love this story, Sherry. She went to the dentist today. She wore her spider ring. Technician commented she liked it. I told her $8 and she ordered one and the earrings. Wear it and share it. And that's not the only spider item that Sherry has sold. We had lunch the other day and she was telling me that she's selling these spider things pretty well. So just to let you know, wear and share. Now today I'm wearing kind of a, well, this is maybe still available through the outlet, but this set, it's a pearl set with little crystals kind of scattered throughout it. And it was on the back of one of my outlets one time earlier this year. So here I'm at my island and I'm stamping my outlet magazines, and I'm just falling more and more and more in love with this set. And I did not remember it being in the book, you know, because we have so much. I didn't remember it being in the book, so I bought it and I love it. So, let's see. I was thinking maybe the weather on the East Coast may have resulted in faster delivery for other areas. Maybe, maybe not. Now, what I think happens is that the products get from Zanesville, they get probably on a train, maybe a truck, maybe a train, down to Texas, and that's where the UPS sorting facility is and everything, and then they get sent out from there. So who knows? We could be theorizing all day long about the hold times, but just know that there is a map. It's on youravon.com. You can look at and see where you are in the country and how many days you can expect an order to take. But what I've seen is for us here in Arizona, if we place our orders on a Friday, we're not going to see it until the following Friday. And it really has to be before 9 o'clock in the morning. Even though what I saw was local time, it said local time, 9 a.m. local time, every single area time zone. So I'm not really sure what that meant. But I would say for your, if you're just switching to 2.0, and this is what I'm going to try, placing my order before 9 a.m. on a Friday morning and seeing if it comes by that next Friday. I'm certainly hoping that it does, but it's all going to be trial and error while we switch over. All right. So back to outreach. Sherry was kind of doing outreach herself because she was wearing and sharing the product. And now she was sitting in the dentist chair. She probably was not doing much connection stuff, with her mouth hanging open. I've been there, done that very recently. But because I'm wearing and sharing all the time, I've got my purse that people comment about, my shoes, wearing something that you're going to notice starts conversations. And then you have the purse tucked, the brochure tucked in your purse with your contact information, with the recruiting flyer, and then make sure that you get their contact information as well, because that was another thing we learned about through our small group training last night, is the amount of times that you can contact somebody and follow up before they actually do anything, before they actually place an order. And I know Sherry has a comment about this too. There's a restaurant just down the street from us, and she kept sharing her books, and she was just about ready to give up. And then all of a sudden they started ordering, and to my knowledge, they have not stopped ordering since then. And she gets text messages from them at 2 o'clock in the morning because it's a 24-hour restaurant. So don't give up unless you you've waited months and months and months and still no action. But make sure that you follow up each time. Okay. What else do we want to talk about? So, Facebook parties. If anybody has had a Facebook party, I would love for you to kind of tell us about it for one of our Wednesday night sessions, just so that we can all learn from a fellow rep who's doing them. And one of the things that came up is to compliment somebody and ask open-ended questions to get her talking. I will tell you, the only reason that I actually committed to being an Avon representative is because I was working at the Women's Expo 18 and a half years ago with my company that I used to work for. I was there to read credit reports. Went over to the Avon booth. Karen Schnelly said my eyes were so beautiful, and that kind of got me. So find something to compliment somebody about, whether it's what they're wearing, compliment about their child, something, and be ready to have a follow-up question about it. Like, oh, I really love your earrings. Are those Avon? I've heard this one before. And people are like, no, that's not Avon. Oh, because it really looks a lot like a set of earrings that we currently have in our online store. My name is, and here's my online store. Would you like to get on my email list or on my brochure distribution list, or something like that? So you can turn a conversation just with a compliment. Okay. And there are 3 types of people in the world: possible recruits, possible, and possible referrals, which means that everybody knows somebody who'd either be interested in being a recruit or a a customer. Okay, so keep that in mind as you're out and about. And like I said, it's not out and about doing recruiting. It's not out and about doing prospecting. It's out and about making connections and just general outreach. Another thing that you might want to do, speaking of outreach, is the Herbie the Hedgehog. Carry him around. People are going to think you're ridiculous because you're an adult and you're carrying a stuffed animal, but it gets people talking. And you can say, I can see from the look on your face that you're wondering why I'm carrying this stuffed animal. And they'll say, well, yeah, I was wondering. Oh, well, because I'm an Avon representative and I'm here, or I'm raising funds for me personally, it's raising funds for the Making Strides Walk. But you can pick any donation cause that you want to donate to. Hurricanes in the Carolinas, police departments, fire department. I mean, you can just let your mind wander. So if you have a child in elementary school, you might just want to call the PTSA or the PTA person and say, hi, I would like to make a donation to the PTA. I'm going to be selling these Herbie the Hedgehogs, and I'm going to donate the money to your organization. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you have coming up for your projects? So, whether they're doing playground improvements or they're getting books for every classroom, what have you. That's a way that you can make inroads with a fundraiser with the school. Just outright telling them, I'm going to be raising funds for your I have chosen your school, or if you're the parent, or obviously you've chosen their school. You already did that when you enrolled your kid in there. But you can say, I'm raising funds for your organization. This is who I am. What's your project? And then as you're out and about, you can say, yeah, this elementary school in my neighborhood is trying to raise funds for, and let's say that it is playground improvement. That's going to help the neighborhood. If it's literacy in the classroom, that helps the future, because these kids will one day be out in the workforce and be these other people's doctors, dentists, what have you. So it's investing in the future. So try that for outreach as well. That does start conversations. So outreach is basically just about making connections and starting those conversations. So, all right, everybody got really quiet. So not sure what that means, but I think that's about all that I'm going to do this evening, unless anybody has any more questions, comments, celebrations that we need to hold. So, and let's celebrate anything, everything. So Sherry, you sold that ring. Yay for you. Gwen got her order in 3 days. Absolutely yay for her. So it just goes up the road there. Anything and everything. Look at it positively, and just exude that confidence and that positivity, that enthusiasm, that passion for what you do, that interest in other people, and they're going to notice you and they'll start following you. Okay? So with that, it is now 6:30 and I have beef stew cooking over there in my crock pot, and it is time for dinner. So I wish everybody a good evening. I hope this was a helpful session tonight, and I will see you all next week. I think it works out for next week. Let me just check here. October, can you believe it? October 3rd. And yeah, it's going to have to be at the 5 o'clock, back to 5 o'clock, but that's okay. And if there's anything that I can help you with in the meantime, make sure that you call me, text me, email me as usual. All right. Have a good evening, everybody. Bye-bye.